Hi guys, it's Curly Nerd Jess of the Curly Nerd Podcast.
And Damien, also of the Curly Nerd Podcast.
And we're here today to talk about some of our favorite things that happened in this season, Season 7 of Game of Thrones.
And for me, Season 7 might have been the most exciting season of the entire series.
And with the 8th and final season in pre-production right now, we finally get to see how all of these pieces are being laid on this chessboard.
So let's jump right into it.
One of the things I really enjoyed this season was seeing Samwell Tarly finally man up and reveal what his purpose for the show really is. He wanted to be a learned man, he wanted to be a maester, like that's what he's always wanted to be. He was one of the first people to ever encounter a White Walker and live. And this season we were able to see him kind of come into his own at the Citadel. He wants to find something that will save the realm. With the help of Gilly, we found out that he knows that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen and he's actually the heir to the Iron Throne, which is really cool.
I've always been a big fan of Lady Olenna Tyrell and her special brand of shade. In this season, we see her story come to a close when she's taken captive by Jaime Lannister. And even when Jaime Lannister sentences her to death and makes her drink the poison, she could not go out without revealing that she was actually the one that poisoned Joffrey. And she made sure that Jaime run and told that to Cersei.
Speaking of Jaime, now you know Jaime Lannister, when we first met him, he's known as the Kingslayer. There is a prophecy in the books that says that Cersei Lannister would be killed by her little brother. Now we don't know if that is either Tyrion or Jaime, but the way that she's been acting towards him, and she's such a sociopath, it looks to me that Jaime's gonna end up being the Queenslayer.
Now, one of the big story arcs of the season gave us the biggest and baddest team up that we've probably seen on Game of Thrones. You had characters like Jon Snow, Tormund, the Hound, Jorah, Gendry, and Davos, and a bunch of other people in red shirts that I didn't know. But they were sent out to go capture a White Walker and bring her back to Cersei to prove to her that they actually exist. Now for me, this led to one of the biggest moments of the entire season when they were surrounded on the frozen lake by like 100,000 White Walkers. It was crazy.
If you've been listening to the podcast, you'll know that I predicted something about Arya. Little did I know that all the Stark siblings would figure out that Littlefinger had done all of these things. And so to be able to see Arya Stark be the one to take out Littlefinger, that gave me so much life.
Now, speaking of calls, I got one too. Everybody on my Facebook timeline thought I was crazy when I said it. I said there would be ice dragons. And when my boy, the Night King, took that spear and threw it through the heart of that dragon, I just put up a single fist and I was like, yo, I be knowing.
Thanks for checking out our favorite moments of Game of Thrones Season 7. Make sure you catch us on the Curly Nerd Podcast every week.
And for more information, you can follow us on itsthecurlynerd.com. You can also visit us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at It's The Curly Nerd. Thanks for tuning in.